Welcome, friends, to another installment of Nathaniel's Naturals Home Cooking Lessons. Today we're going to learn how to make a quick bread, and we have a special guest. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Mary works at this wonderful bakery, Love at First Bite, and I always make bread at Nathaniel's Naturals, and crackers and sourdough things. And breads, savory breads, usually don't need a lot of measuring, things like that. But today I really want to learn how to make a quick bread.
Yeah, we're going to make zucchini bread. And it's really quick, it's really easy. You have to measure a little bit more carefully than you do normally with Nathaniel's Naturals, but it's really simple and anyone can make it.
And I love easy, so today we're going to learn just the easy steps to making quick bread. So
okay.
Take it away, Mary. Tell us what to do.
Okay, well, it's going to be really simple with just 2 bowls, and we're going to start with a bowl full of dry ingredients. And so we'll start with 3 cups of flour.
Great.
We're going to use whole wheat.
Excellent. I love whole grains.
So we'll just pour this into 1 bowl. And the recipe that we're making is going to make 2 loaves. So it's really nice. You give one to a friend.
We're all about sharing.
That's
great.
Okay, so we have our 3 cups of flour. And then we're going to add our salt. We have 1 teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
We have baking powder and baking soda, a teaspoon and a half of each. So there's some baking soda.
I love that easy to remember measurements, that it's 1 1/2 of each.
Yeah, baking powder and baking soda are confused really easily with home bakers, and it's always nice when they're the same. You can't go wrong there. So put those in.
And they do similar things, right? They just both are rising.
Yeah, they're leaveners. So they help it rise along with the eggs. So it's nice when we don't have yeast. Helps us out a little bit. And then we're going to add a whole tablespoon of cinnamon. Really gives it a kick.
I love cinnamon. That sounds great. I love spicy things. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it really brings out a little bit more of a kick with the zucchini flavor. Okay. So that's everything.
Such a perfect time to make zucchini bread, isn't it? Because it's summer, and people are growing them and they're leaving them at their
season.
doorstep.
Everyone can share. So if you get some from a friend, you can make the bread. Then, give them the recipe. They can make their own.
Great.
So Nate will just have you mix this up.
Okay, great. Thanks for giving me a job.
Yeah. So we'll mix that up really quick.
Okay.
And when you're done mixing that up, we can preheat the oven.
Okay.
To 350.
Okay, I'll go do that right now. 350.
And so I'll do the wet ingredients in another bowl. And so we're going to start and just throw in our zucchini. So we have shredded 2 cups. You don't have to peel it. Just shred it by hand really easily, or in your squeezing knife. 2 cups.
I love putting green things in. Taste good. This is great. Thanks, Mary, for teaching us how to do something with fresh ingredients.
It's a pleasure.
Great. And then why are we keeping these dry and wet ingredients separate?
Well, we want them to mix evenly.
Okay.
And so we'll have all of our wet ingredients together, and we'll mix them thoroughly. We'll mix them into our dry.
Okay.
Just to keep things really balanced and make sure everything gets thoroughly mixed. So I added 1 cup of oil, of vegetable oil, to the zucchini, and then we're going to just add a cup of sugar.
Great.
I think I'm going to have to get a bigger bowl really quick. I'm running out of room. Then we're going to add 3 eggs. And I like to crack my eggs into a separate bowl, just in case any shells fly in, like I just saw one. That way we can just pull them right out. And that way, in case you have a bad egg also, you can get rid of it before you mess up your whole batch of zucchini bread.
Wow, that's such a great trick to learn. I never knew that, Mary. That's great.
Really handy.
Yeah. And I saw how you took that shell out with the shell. That's a great home cooking trick.
Yeah. Just make sure your eggs are clean before you do that. But yeah, that's really simple. That the eggshell naturally attracts back to itself. So it just pulls it out really easy.
Oh, I love learning tricks like that.
Yeah.
Excellent too.
So then I'll add some vanilla.
Here you go. Great. And now I noticed you added some brown sugar. What if I don't want to use refined sugar? What if I want to use something like, agave? Can I substitute? Would that be okay?
Yeah, that would be okay. Yeah, I think if you just maybe did like half of a natural cane juice, like an evaporated cane juice with some agave, like split it 50-50 so that the consistency is the same, it would turn out just fine.
Great.
So I added 1 cup of the brown sugar. And then I'll add my white sugar, also a cup, so 2 cups of sugar. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I'll just do this. Using the same tools is always great, less dishes.
Yeah, I was just saying in my last installment how I hate using really dishes.
It's a pain, and a week for.
Exactly. Here, and I can measure your vanilla.
Oh, sure. Okay, so we need a 4th teaspoon of vanilla.
Excellent.
So just to review, we have 2 cups of zucchini in here, 3 eggs, 1 cup of oil, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of granulated sugar.
I love when it's the same, too. 1 and 1.
1 and 1.
So easy to remember.
Oh, perfect.
Excellent.
And then the 4th teaspoon of vanilla.
We got that in there.
Oh, crazy. I'm going to use the same whisk, just to make it easy.
I know we've got a really small bowl there.
We got a really small bowl, but we'll make it work.
Excellent.
Not everyone has gigantic bowls.
Okay. This is DIY, do-it-yourself cooking here.
Yeah, so we'll get that in
Just use what you got.
Use what you got, make it work.
Excellent. That looks so good. No worries.
Yeah.
And I think I mixed up my dry ingredients
Great.
Pretty well here.
Yeah, you just want to make sure
really
you
spicy.
distribute the baking powder and baking soda. Really simple though.
And I think you have to sift it. I love that.
Okay, really quick, mix it up. Now we're just going to throw it all in.
Yay!
Woo.
I kind of made a well in my dry ingredients. Oh, I'll help you out here. Get every little last bit of that delicious looking sugary, eggy, oily zucchini. Here you go.
Okay, so now we'll just nicely fold it in. We don't want to overmix it too much, but make sure everything's combined. You don't want chunks of flour in your final bread.
Right. So this is totally different from what I usually do at Nathaniel's Naturals, right? Because when I'm making a yeasted bread, I want to overmix it. I want the gluten to be really close together, but this I want to be like a cake, right?
Yeah, you want it to have a soft
opposite.
texture. Yeah.
I see. So it's just as few strokes as you can do.
Yeah. Just once you stop seeing, you see one just cohesive mixture, then you know we're almost there. And then we know we're almost finished. I'm going to toss in some nuts. This is optional. You don't have to, but we're going to because we just.
Yeah, and it adds some protein, and I'm all about that with my baked goods that I make for Nathaniel's Naturals. I love to put extra protein because I'm a really active person. People at home are active. That's got it.
Get it in where you can.
Yeah, totally. Excellent. And I'm just going ahead and getting our pans ready, too.
Great. Then this makes 2 loaves, like I said. One to give away. Or you eat them both. If you want.
If you're anything like us. All right.
We've got it all together.
I'm excited.
It looks really good. So we'll just try to, just as evenly as you can get it.
That looks so delicious. And it smells really good, too. And now how long do I bake this for?
Bake this for an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
Just depending, everyone's oven's a little different.
Okay, and remember we had it at 350?
350 for 1 hour. You'll see it firm. You can stick a toothpick in it as long as it's, not jiggling. It looks like firm bread. It's probably fine. And then you can pull it out, let it sit for 10 minutes because things still cook in the pan when you pull them out of the oven. If you wait till it's hard as a rock and then pull it out, it'll be an even harder rock when it's done. So just pull it out, let it sit in the pan. After 10 minutes, you can pop it out onto a cooling rack. And then, as long as you can wait before you dig in.
Great. It's hard for me, but I think we can. Well, thank you so much, Mary. I'm going to stick these in the oven, and then in, a couple hours we'll have some nice dessert of the zucchini bread, or maybe we'll have it for breakfast.
Oh, great idea.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, friends, for coming on another lesson and learning how to do baked goods at home. Look at how easy that cookbook was. Please visit www.nathanielsnaturals.com to learn about more do-it-your-home cooking projects and, more importantly, to learn how to order some delicious baked goods made by Nathaniel's Naturals, some whole grain treats like zucchini bread. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.